Okay, let's keep it going. It's recording 9 seconds in. Okay, I should be here. There I am. How are you? All right. This is a friend of mine, very, very dear friend of mine's train. And he sent it to me for repairs. I swore I had seen this before, but he tells me no. I don't know. I mean, I trust him. He's a good guy and all that, but I don't know. What I'm going to do first is take the tender cover off and see what's inside, as I think there's going to be some surprises. This fellow was a friend of mine from way back, and his father was worked on the railroad, was in the towers, did the switches and stuff. And he also was the guy who got the mail. So when I have my tower man and the mail comes by, that is Mr. Hillis. That's Mr. Hillis. Okay, now there is a switch here, you know, and there is a tube that seems to be broken, and there is also a switch up here, which is likely, obviously it's the reverse. We know that. So I'm going to lift this off. I've got to take it forward a tad to get it through the outlet of the smoke. And you can see it says Pennsylvania on the side. It does not say American Flyer, but it is really old. It has the jewels. It has the jewels in the backup lights. It looks like it's been greased. It looks like the wiring is pretty good. The motor doesn't look too bad. I had it running and smoking just before I started this operation several weeks ago. And I can keep some of the screws where they came from for a moment anyway. And the challenge is going to be, what are we going to do? And I'm torn on this engine one because it's my friend's, and I know his dad. I knew his dad's passed, and his dad saved me from making a big mistake once, getting out of the car on the wrong side, parked on the side of the highway when we had a flat tire, and he told me not to do that in a very direct way, and I had listened, and that was probably a good thing. And I'm torn because this engine, while it's not extremely rare or valuable even in a restored state, it is original. And so that wiring, look at this, it's held on by one, well, there's only one wire to the armature, I guess. Okay. That gets its power. And then that goes to the switch, I guess. Well, this did run, so I know it does what it's supposed to. And if you notice, it's not the bellows, it's the piston, so that's a good thing. I may be wrong on my dates. I'll have to look up and see when did that come about. So since the reverse isn't in here, and I'm still debating if I want to take this apart or not, I am going to let this rest for a minute. Just sit right there. And let's address this boy. Let's see what's in here. We'll take off this rear truck. That screw has a lot of wear on it for some reason. Okay. This is screwed in, and just so for convenience, I may take it off too. see his handrails are all pushed in, or this one is anyway. We had a time. He had a ping pong table that his father had converted to a train table, and he had 2 loops, no switches. None of us had switches. I had 2 manual switches. This was in the mid-50s, 55, 56, 57, that time frame. And it was interesting, the situation where we would get, I'd have my engine, I'd bring my engine over, and he would have his engine, and we would set them up in the loop and put cars on them until they were fairly even, and then we just let them run. We pretended that was a race. It wasn't much of a race, but it was okay. It was fun. Let's see if I can get this off without being too mean to anything. Looks like I can. Okay. Joules too, but these are green joules. I don't know if that's correct. I thought they should have been red. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what we get. Always something, you know. Okie doke. Now we have that, and we have that. We see the linkage. Linkage looks pretty darn straight. I'm almost sure he sent this to me, but maybe not. For all the years he's had it, this linkage looks pretty straight. At any rate, let's see. I think I'm just going to take it off the engine for now. So let's get that special wrench. So we would race. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see if I can keep that sort of safe, out of harm's way, more or less. You stay, you're fine. You're not even connected. What are you going for? Okie doke. We got that. Now we can get into the business side, I think. See what we have here. Nothing like looking at a flyer chassis. I really enjoy that. I don't know why. I just think they're awesome. Simple, rugged. They work. Now, let's see if we can, yeah, we got it, and there's the wiring. Okay, now, the last thing is to get this back piece off of here. See, these screws look newer. I mean, they're the right threads and all, but they do look newer. Okay, there you go. No date stamp, no indication. Part number is pretty, I think, a standard RA9423. I don't think that's going to say anything, but it seems old yet not. I mean, this. Look at this, red tie wraps. I didn't do this. Somebody else must have. Uh-oh, that looks a little bare there. Looks like they shrunk wrap it with their soldering iron. I don't want to say anything. There's a little glue some shielding. I don't know. Someone's been in here. Those fingers do not look, they look brand new. Fairly new anyway. Everything up here seems so nice. See, that's the thing. You know, it broke, he sends it to me, do what you want to do with it, do everything, I love what you're doing, do it. And I would if it were a rusted, not operating, missing parts basket case. This is not that. Well, let's just see what we can do. Let's try I don't know if I can get this over here. Maybe I can. We have a couple of options. Let's take this one. Option one. And we'll come up here. Does. Okay. This is a transformer. Oh, it's in the. Can you see it? It's a transformer. It's right off the edge there. Okay. And I get my links. So, and you know, these boys are just AC. Right? So they take AC, they don't care, just give it to me. Right out of the transformer. I don't need any processing of the power supply, anything like that. Just give me some AC. Let's see what I can do with it. You've seen this, Andy's a good guy, he's a friend, came up with this idea one morning, and in the afternoon he had it built, and he sent me the file, and I printed one, and oh boy. Let's get that fired up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Little out around. Okay, I don't know if you can see. You may not be able to see, but the wheels are turning quite smoothly. You know, there's no, you don't have the puppet chuff hooked up, so you're cheated. We can do that. That'd be interesting. And it has reverse. Maybe. It's there. It wasn't losing, it's there. Now you got reverse. You know, Steve, good buddy. I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous. This thing is so nice. I don't know where you got it. You think it's older, and you don't think I've seen it yet. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think he's pulling my leg. I think I fixed this for him 10 years ago, and he's just sending it back. I don't know why. He says, do your thing. I don't know. There's no, I don't need to do my thing. All right, let's see what happens now. Oh, I unhooked it. That was smart. Okay. There we go. The smoke. I'm telling you. Lid has a little leak. Well, I have to say, that, look at that. Is that a balanced? That's very balanced. That's not the old bellows thing where the whole thing is shaking. That is really smooth. Ah.